Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Colorado State University. Will the audience please stand? Ms. Bridget Perez will sing the national anthem. Please, yes. Please join in the singing if you wish.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch with so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is David McLean, and I serve as the Dean of the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. On behalf of the Colorado State University Administration, the Board of Governors, and the staff and faculty, I welcome you to this commencement ceremony for the Fall 2018 College of Engineering graduating class. The mission statement of CSU recognizes our unique history as a land-grant university, one that is anchored in the principle that people with the talent and motivation to earn a degree deserve that opportunity regardless of their background, race, gender, social status, religion, or personal beliefs. As a land-grant university, it is also incumbent on us to recognize where that land came from and how that history connects with who we are today. As such, Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and people. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize that the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU was founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion that we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. We're gathered here today to celebrate the accomplishments of our students who have completed the requirements for a baccalaureate degree in the majors offered within the College of Engineering. Please join me in a round of applause in congratulating these students on this very happy occasion. I would now like to introduce the members of the platform party. When I call your name, would you please stand briefly? Dr. Dan Bush, Vice Provost for Faculty Affairs, and Dan is not here. Dr. V. Chandrasekhar, Associate Dean, International Research. Dr. David Dandy, Department Head, Chemical and Biological Engineering. Dr. Tony Frank, President, Colorado State University. Dr. Sue James, Department Head, Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Kevin Lear, Associate Director, School of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Anthony Marchese, Associate Dean, Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Carmen Manoni, Professor, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Mr. Keith Meyer, President, Ditesco Project and Construction Services. Ms. Hannah Mickelson, Quality Engineer with Medtronic Corp. Dr. Don Michaels, Director, University Honors Program. Ms. Jane Robe Rhodes, Member, Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System. Dr. Alan Rudolph, Vice President for Research. Dr. Chuck Shackelford, Department Head, Civil and Environmental Engineering. And Ms. Leslie Taylor, Vice President for Enrollment and Access. I would now like to ask Dr. Marchese to come to the podium.
Thank you, Dean McLean. As a land-grant institution, Colorado State University takes special pride in our role in providing access and educating students who are the first in their family to earn a university degree. This fall, 15 of our 55 graduates are first-generation college students. I ask that all of our graduates who are first generation to please stand and be recognized. I would also like to ask members of our audience and faculty who are first generation college students to please stand and be recognized. I was already standing, but I'm also first generation. And now I would like to recognize our honorary society members. Tau Beta Pi is the National Honor Society representing the entire engineering profession. It was founded in 1885 to recognize students who possess superior scholarship and exemplary character. Our other engineering societies recognize outstanding students in individual majors. These include Omega Chi Epsilon for Chemical and Biological Engineering, Chi Epsilon for Civil Engineering, Eta Kappa Nu for Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Pi Tau Sigma for Mechanical Engineering. Will the graduates who are members of these honor societies please stand and be recognized? Congratulations.
Now we recognize our students who have earned the distinction of University Honors Program Scholar. To become a University Honors Program Scholar, a student completes an integrated program of studies which includes 4 honors seminars, 2 honors courses in the major, and an honors thesis, while achieving at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average. Will the following students please stand and remain standing when I call your name? Robert Drake, Mechanical Engineering. Angelina Young, Chemical and Biological Engineering. Let's congratulate these students for their accomplishments.
It's my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mr. Keith Myers. Keith is a Colorado native and was the first in his family to attend the university, graduating from the civil engineering program here at CSU. He has over 25 years of engineering and management experience working in both the public and private sectors. For the past 13 years, he has been president and owner of Ditesco, a Fort Collins-based engineering and project management firm. His firm has managed over $400 million in capital improvements throughout Colorado. This work includes water and wastewater treatment, infrastructure, transportation systems, commercial buildings, and dams. In 2017, Keith was awarded the Civil Engineering Entrepreneur of the Year by the American Society of Civil Engineers. This award recognized Keith's innovative management approach, specifically fostering a team-based, collaborative environment that enabled project solutions. Keith is a life member of the CSU Alumni Association. He and his wife, Colleen, also a CSU grad, are proud of their CSU connections. They enjoy RAM athletic events, traveling, and supporting a variety of Colorado nonprofit organizations. Please join me in welcoming Keith to the podium.
How is everybody today? It's a great day, isn't it? Especially for all of you. It's fantastic. I would like to thank the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering, Dr. Dean McLean, and Colorado State University for the distinct opportunity to present the Fall 2018 College of Engineering Commencement Address. You should all know by now you're graduating from one of the best engineering schools in the country. Of course, I'm not biased, but I graduated some time ago. Not to tell you my age, but great school. Congratulations to you all. This college offers a great balance between the study and practice of engineering. I was fortunate enough to graduate with a civil engineering degree after coming to CSU as a biochemistry major, hoping to become a doctor. Many friends have asked me how did I get to become a civil engineering graduate and start in that profession. The answer is really I found my path through internships, part-time jobs that really helped me define my career path. I also learned very quickly that I did not like organic chemistry. Sorry, Tony. Yes. Nor did I like working in a biochemistry lab. I found that I loved working with people, I loved working outside, and I loved building things, especially those that affect our community. Today is a special day of celebration for you, and it's meaningful for me too. Almost 25 years ago to the day, I sat with you, anxiously awaiting graduation and my future professional career. While an anxious and exciting time, it was also very stressful for me. I had found a job, yet I was broke and without a place of my own. I was living off credit cards while waiting for my first paycheck. A challenging time indeed, but times like these form the person. They impose experience, create resilience, and develop enduring spirit. The challenges before you, behind you, and those awaiting you will offer you opportunity. I encourage all of you to view life challenges as nothing but simply opportunity. The opportunity to inspire you today, give you keys to success, and provide you with tools to help you along your life path is an honor and a privilege. Doing this in 15 minutes is quite impossible. What I will do, though, is offer you a list. We'll call it the top 10 list. Certainly not a comedic David Letterman top 10 list, but one that I hope will invoke introspection and thoughts towards your future path. So number 10, avoid comfort and face fear. Prior to starting my own company, I held jobs in both the public and private sector. It seemed as though I was trying on jobs to find the right fit. I held 4 jobs in the first 15 years of my career. but I was unsatisfied in each. My wife, Colleen, routinely listened to my complaints and frustrations until one day she said, "Just start your own company. We'll be okay." This unsolicited comment and unwavering support created the foundation I needed to take that leap. I immediately went to work developing my plan, even though the prospect of quitting my job and living off of one part-time income was daunting. It was especially true because we had a very young family. My daughter Carly, who's here today, was 18 months old at the time. Needless to say, I was afraid, but this fear drove me to work harder, smarter, and develop a company that filled a unique niche in the industry. Today, we work in the water, wastewater, pipeline, buildings, telecommunications, transportation, and community spaces across Colorado and in other states. As you work through phases of your career, if you find yourself comfortable, make a change. Growth comes through pushing yourself, not allowing fear to control your path. Take the elements fear brings, hesitation, anger, discontent, and use that energy to forge a new direction. Number 9, focus on the simple and elegant. The best design that any engineer can produce is one that avoids unnecessary complexity. It solves the problem uniquely and avoids difficulty in construction. Each one of you has an iPhone or similar device. I see some of the guys in the front row have it out. They're putting it away real quick. These are examples of simple elegance, a design so simple that a 4-year-old can operate them. Our work as engineers is meant to further the well-being of humankind, and we should do so with a keen eye to simplicity. Often our work as engineers is schedule and cost-driven, even though I encourage each one of you to take a step back, look at the larger problem, and avoid the blinders that come with that. Only by doing this can you develop unique solutions. Over the course of my career, I've had the opportunity to work with great people that allow for creative and simple solutions. Number 8, always learn. An appetite to learn and grow has always been a primary driver for me. Call it being an entrepreneur, call it never willing to settle, or call it insanity, which is what my wife likes to say it is. I have been driven by a curiosity for how things work, well beyond just civil engineering. I know enough about electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering to just about be dangerous, but I still hold my own in the crowd. I know a lot about business, finance, and governance, and I simply love the variety of challenges that each brings. As humans, we have a desire to learn and explore. Keep this desire throughout your lives and your career. If you lack a certain knowledge or skill, seek the training and drive continuous improvement to always learn. Do not settle. Push the envelope, push yourself to succeed, and push to engage change. Number 7, focus on integration. The work-life balance is really no longer. The pace of technology, the ever-connected society that we have has forced an integration of our work life and our personal life. Embrace this change and recognize that each life can coexist without competition. I work a lot, I love what I do, and if you find your passion, the true definition of work dissolves. Work no longer becomes a thing, and the time you spend at work is no longer measured in hours on the clock, but milestones and accomplishments that span months and years. Recognize that in any job there can be no future. The future lies with the person who holds that job. Number 6, pay it forward. When I started my first job after graduation, I asked for an advance on my paycheck so I could make a simple deposit on an apartment, security deposit on my apartment. Of course, my boss said, "Sorry, but we can't do that." Then my wife told us that story to her coworkers, Rana and Dave Love. I didn't know these people, nor did they know me. However, they gave Colleen to give to me $700 towards my security deposit. Obviously, to this day, I hold their thoughtfulness close to my heart and will never forget their generosity. Throughout my time at CSU, I paid for college through loans and grants, part-time jobs, and help from my grandmother. She received $250 a month in Social Security, of which she split with me every month and sent me a check. I'll never forget her generosity. Because of this generosity, I've embraced it a pay-it-forward philosophy. For example, at my business, we seek out college interns, pay them well, and give them real-world experience. We don't expect anything in return other than the hope that they will learn that experience and pass it along to the next generation. Personally and as a family, giving back and paying it forward is a value we hold close to our hearts. As you work through stages of your career, honor this philosophy, honor those that have helped you, and honor your university that has educated you, giving you the foundation to become a successful engineer. Number 5, surround yourself with great people. As engineers, we can be seen as introverts and less social than others. Colleen always tells me that if I were that type of engineer, she never would have married me. One thing I've learned is that relationships with others can define us, our careers, and our success. I've had great bosses, and I've had bad bosses. I've had great coworkers and bad ones. I've learned important things from each, probably more from the bad bosses and bad coworkers than the others. But I've had great mentors and great friends. Recognize that your work relationships represent most of your adult relationships, and make them count. My company has great people working for it, all of them leaders and drivers that want to affect change. For example, in an industry where most firms have 10 to 15% women on staff, we have 60. Why do we buck this trend? Because we simply aim to hire the best people. Number 4, have fun. Success is never realized without an element of fun. From my senior year of college, enjoying half-yard beers across the street on Laurel at the Smiling Moose. Some of you know where the Smiling Moose was. It's now apartments. But also to my family's current quest for the perfect beach. Keep doing things that make you laugh. One of the main reasons I love my job is that I have fun daily. I have fun mentoring young engineers, fun watching concrete being placed, fun motivating teams to work beyond their limits, and setting new standards for performance. Fun watching people grow. This may sound odd, but I can't tell you how fun it is to start up process elements in a water or wastewater treatment plant. Getting each pump, mixer, screen, chemical feed system, and controls to work together, as planned, of course, is extremely rewarding, and knowing that the end product in both regards is clean water. If anyone wants a tour of a headworks building at a wastewater treatment plant where all the raw sewage comes in, you just let me know. I'll take you. Number 3, always communicate. All the right-brained people in the room have a leg up on us engineers. They can communicate much better than we can. Fortunately, Colleen, my wife, was a communications major here at CSU. She forced me to learn how to communicate and communicate effectively through the written and spoken word. And quite frankly, she may or may not have proofread this speech. Nothing is more powerful. As engineers, we can solve the hardest of differential equations, but if we can't communicate the results and do so in a way that others can understand, we have simply failed. I tell each young engineer that works for me that the greatest skill they can have is the ability to communicate to the trade contractors in the field, all the way up to the government agents that we work with, all in the same day. Having that communication strength is unbelievable. Number 2, be honest. When we age and our time is up, there's only one thing that transcends us, our reputation. Working honestly throughout your careers, you will ensure a solid reputation. In the areas in which I work, there are routine challenges, sometimes daily, to maintain a position of honesty, high integrity. When money, project risk, political and public pressures are at play, they can all lead to operating in a way that is less than honest. If you recognize these situations early, they can be managed effectively and produce win-win scenarios for everyone. I'd like to think that I've perfected this approach throughout northern Colorado. My cell phone rings on a routine basis with calls from various government officials seeking advice to help solve their complex project delivery problems. Whether it's the $87 million MAX project that we worked on, maybe some of you have ridden the bus, $75 million Foundry project in Loveland, or the $100 million broadband initiatives throughout northern Colorado, our firm has been looked upon as the one that can solve complex problems with a high degree of integrity and honesty. So we're at number 1. Work hard, leave nothing behind. My family moved here from Germany in the 1950s following World War II. I'm a first-generation American and also a first-generation CSU graduate. At the time, immigration was closely controlled, and my grandparents had to have a family sponsor them to support their immigration. My grandparents then had to work off their sponsorship and save enough money to buy their own property. This took them over 5 years. I was raised by a hardworking family, whether it was my family's hog farm in Walsenburg, Colorado, our endless efforts cutting trees and splitting wood for winter heat, or my lawn mowing business at the age of 11. My efforts to work 2 jobs through high school to save money for college, all of that hard work has paid off. Success is certainly a path paved with hard work, determination, and personal sacrifice. Another thing I tell young engineers that work for me is that I can teach any of them how to solve engineering problems, but I can't teach them work ethic. Either you have it or you don't. I hope this top 10 list guides your future, causes you a moment of reflection, and motivates you to seek challenge. Congratulations to you all. Enjoy your day, and don't forget your special time here at Colorado State University. And one time with all of you. Go Rams! Go Rams! Go Rams!
It is now my honor and privilege to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from all engineering majors. Please rise. Dean McLean, it is my pleasure to present to you these students who have completed all the requirements established by the various majors in the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering for the bachelor's degree. The Faculty Council has recommended to the Board of Governors that these students receive their bachelor's degree at this time.
Well, first I'd like to say to the students, thank you so much for choosing CSU. We know that you have succeeded here, and we're just so proud that you are a CSU Ram. To the faculty, administration, and staff, thank you for your excellence, and thank you for the way you have led these students. And to all the family and friends, thank you for your support of the students. So this is the moment you have worked toward and dreamed about, and thus it is with great pleasure I offer these words. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the bachelor's degree on each of you, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Students, please be seated. We will now award diplomas individually to the members of the graduating class. I would like to ask Dean McLean and the department heads to come forward and shake hands with the graduating seniors as they accept their diplomas. As a benefit to the students and families, a photographer will take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. Graduates, please pause for your photo as you shake hands with your department head. And a final photo will be taken after you leave the stage. And now, will the graduates from all engineering majors please prepare to accept your diplomas?
The academic honor guidelines for students who are graduating with distinction are as follows. Summa cum laude designates approximately the top 1% of graduates in the university. Magna cum laude designates approximately the next 3% of graduates in the university. And cum laude designates approximately the next 6% of graduates in the university. Our first group of graduates is in the School of Biomedical Engineering. Our first graduate is receiving Bachelor of Science degrees in Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering. Thomas Grant Morrison. next group of graduates will receive their degrees in biomedical engineering and mechanical engineering. Valerie Patricia Cochran. Dominic Anthony Lafreda. Jessica Ruth Ashworth. Our next group of graduates will receive their Bachelor of Science degree in Chemical and Biological Engineering. Go ahead. Joshua Thomas Martin. Okay, that was a small group. Our next group of graduates will receive their Bachelor of Science degrees in Civil Engineering. Suad Bakshiev. David James Crawford. Paul Daniel Cross. Jabril Diol. Atir Farouk. McKinley Lynn Gunzel. Okay, loud group. Jack Hinchliff. Jack Thomas Hotvet. Okay, let's see. Cheyenne Ulalia Kapua Ilyahi Koye. I'm going to get this. Cheyenne Ulalia Kapua Ilyahi Kawi Kalani Mao Silva. Samuel J. Baxter. Benjamin Allen Meese. Michael Connor Montague. Thank you. Colton James Polczynski. Jason Dean Puccetti. Jake David Riggle. Brandon Charles Rail. Austin Stewart Rankin. Nicholas Jean Ritschard. Patrick John Rolfs. Kyler Wyman Sanford. Madison Schultz. Cody Ryan Volt. Shuguang Wu. Yichen Zhang. Our next graduates are with the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Colleen Elizabeth Jones. Aubrey Patricia Davis. Stephen John Belling. David Andrew Jump. Samuel Eugene Kerr. Colin Anderson McDaniel. Daniel Allen Netz. Adiel Vega Orozco. Orrin Russell Pierce. Billy Dean Phillips. And our final group of graduates will receive their Bachelor of Science degrees in the Department of Mechanical, through the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Mark Randall Taperow. John D. Coy. Zemo Douglas Fagan. Now I'm going to announce your whole thing. And it is now my pleasure to announce to you Dr. Rachel Lee Simon Walker, who received her Doctor of Philosophy in Biomedical Engineering. Her advisor was Ketul Popat. This concludes the awarding of diplomas.
Well, this is fun. Engineering graduates of fall 2018, let me add my congratulations to that of the others who have spoken before me. Today represents an important milestone in your life. Much hard work and many long hours went into achieving this goal, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. Higher education continues as a powerful tool to better your own life, those of others around you, and society as a whole. A degree is one of the few things that once earned can never be taken away. Indeed, this is a day to celebrate. I ask you to reflect back on your first days here at CSU. For many, this was an exciting, but I'm sure also at times overwhelming experience. But here you are at the end of that journey. I think all of you will agree that this journey would not have been possible without the support of family, friends, and members of our faculty and staff. Please take time on this day of celebration to thank those special individuals who have helped you achieve this amazing success. As I reflect on the amazing engineering alumni from CSU that I've had the privilege to meet, I am struck by two common characteristics: their passion to make our world a better place and the incredible impact they have had through their careers. I think of Tina Larson, chemical engineering graduate and chief operating officer for Recursion Pharmaceuticals, leading the development of next-generation antibiotics. Kent Rominger, civil engineering grad, who was a 5-time space shuttle pilot and commander and eventual chief astronaut for all of NASA. Jessica Baker, environmental engineer, working to bring clean drinking water to rural communities in sub-Saharan Africa. And Keith Meyer, whom we had the privilege to hear from earlier, leading an engineering firm that's developing projects that are improving the public infrastructure in Colorado and beyond. And now you, the newest CSU engineering graduates. We're all very proud of you, and we look forward to seeing the great things that you all are going to accomplish. 2018 engineering graduates, you have not just the ability, but also the responsibility to make our world a better place. Lead by example, and you will bring others along with you. My best wishes and congratulations to you all. Go Rams. I would now like to invite Ms. Hannah Mickelson to the podium to provide the alumni welcome. Hannah is a CSU graduate receiving her degrees in biomedical engineering and mechanical engineering, and she's currently working for Medtronic Corp. Hannah?
Congratulations, class of 2018. You did it. It took sweat, tears, lots of caffeine, and many sleepless nights to be sitting where you are today. You should be proud of this exceptional accomplishment in finally earning your Bachelor's of Science in Engineering degree. My name is Hannah Mickelson, and about 6 months ago, I was sitting right where you are now. During my commencement ceremony, I remember it hadn't yet sunk in that this was the moment that marked the completion of my college career. All of this couldn't really be over, could it? Part of me was ecstatic. The hard work did pay off. But the other part was slightly anxious. I now had to find my way in the real world. Excitement for the future quickly went over as I realized that although the memories made and experiences had during my time at CSU were some of the best of my life, there were many more adventures ahead. You are about to embark on the next big adventure of your life, and I can relate if you're feeling excited, nervous, joyous, or perhaps a little lost. Fortunately, the engineering education, the lessons learned, the friends and networks you've established, and the many successes and failures you've had during your collegiate careers have prepared you for the road ahead. Each one of you has a different path to the future, and wherever you find yourself on your winding, bumpy, unique, and beautiful road, remember we all have one important thing in common with each other and more than 220,000 others who have come before us. We are all alumni of Colorado State. I am honored to be the first to welcome you to the Alumni Ramily. In the next chapter of your life, whether you have decided to pursue a higher degree, a career in industry, or something apart from engineering altogether, remember that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to. You proved you could conquer engineering school, a very difficult feat, and you'll persevere in the challenges to come. Be confident and believe in your voice. From one alumna to our most recent alumni, go Rams.
I would also like to recognize here additional people who deserve thanks for their many contributions. Would the staff and faculty in the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering, would you please stand? Please join me in a round of applause. We've recognized the graduates and their on-campus support group. I would now like to acknowledge the contributions of the off-campus support group. With the parents, spouses, partners, spouses-to-be, family members, and friends of the graduates, please rise so that the graduates may recognize the many contributions you have made to their educational achievements. Please rise. Let us all rise now and join in singing the Alma Mater. The words to the Alma Mater are on page 1 of your program.
Hail to thee, our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting of this place so great. May thy green and gold unite us, though you'll ever be Colorado State, our alma mater. Hail, oh hail to thee.
Please be seated. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and students, I thank the parents, families, and guests for participating in this most gratifying celebration. Please remain seated while the graduates, platform party, and faculty depart. Thank you for joining us here today. Have a safe trip back home, and congratulations again to our new alums.